Hello and welcome to VR Reviews. Today we'll be reviewing the Toonami InuYasha Series 3 Miroku. So yes, here we have Miroku. And Miroku is actually one of my favorite InuYasha characters. I guess it's just because I find sexual harassment amusing. Anyway, let's go ahead and zoom into the articulation, scope and details, all those sorts of things. Alright, starting off with a quick size comparison. Of course, here we have Miroku. Here is our standard Marvel Legends 6-inch Superior Spider-Man, and our 3 3/4 Marvel Universe Wolverine. If Spider-Man's legs were splayed out and bent in the same way that Miroku's were, they would be of a similar height. So he is roughly in a 6-inch kind of scale, and of course is way taller than Marvel Universe Wolverine, not that you can really tell it much right now. Anyway, let's get the other two out of here and just look at Miroku. Alright, moving on to our 360 spin. Here you can see Miroku. He's got his very big flaring out robe here. It is purple and black. Big sleeves. He's got a center sort of sash thing there, which is purple, and then also most of the bottom of it is purple with a bit of black around the bottom. He's got some feet down there with sandals on. At the moment, he has two holding hands, which will both hold the staff that he comes with. One of them is covered up with the purple bit of cloth, the beads, and the ring to contain the wind tunnel, and the other one is bare. Let's go ahead and zoom in on the head sculpt real quick. Head sculpt-wise, Miroku looks pretty good. He's got some nice sculpted black hair there in the front. He's got his eyes there, and then he's got an open mouth. He's got sort of that screaming thing going on, but I feel like his eyes don't match his mouth, and the expression looks a bit weird. It looks more like he's surprised than he's actually screaming in some sort of combat fashion. And if you look at the back of his head, he does have his little ponytail there. Now let's zoom out and look at some articulation. Articulation-wise, Miroku's fairly standard in terms of this series, as he's pretty weak in terms of articulation. Head cut, not even any real up and down motion. This arm has no cut over here, but it does have the wrist cut, and then this one has the cut at the shoulder and at the wrist. And that is it. Nothing below the waist, and only one arm moves. So a little bit less than the other things that I've looked at so far. But still, he's already in the wind tunnel pose, and that's a pretty common pose to want to use for Miroku, so I guess that's at least something. Now, Miroku, of course, comes with two alternative hands and his staff for accessories, so let's go ahead and look at those. Here is Miroku's staff. It's actually kind of cool because it has real metal rings there on it, 3 per side is on the little gold head bit, and then it has a light brown shaft, which is about as tall as he is. He can hold it in either one of his holding hands. Here is Miroku's spare hand for this side, a non-wrapped hand in the grasping position for touching some butts. And then here is his spare hand for the other side, which is wrapped in purple, has the big black spot there in the center, and is open, also possibly for touching butts if he wants to suck them into non-existence. Lastly, Miroku has one of these clear little foot peg stands, which is helpful for making him stand up, as he's a little bit wobbly. That wraps it up for all Miroku's accessories. Let's move on to the packaging. Packaging-wise, Miroku comes in the same style of packaging that the rest of this series does. Got an InuYasha logo up there at the top, picture of Miroku, Toonami logo, big window there in the front, of course. On the back, you got a picture of the figure, and some other figures that are available. InuYasha and Kagome from Series 1, which I've already reviewed. Shishomaru and Kikyo from the Series 2, that I have not reviewed yet, but will. And Sango from this series, which I have not reviewed because I do not have her, but hopefully at some point in the future. And then Series 4, which has Miroku and a different InuYasha. I do have Miroku, so I will be reviewing him later, but I don't have the other InuYasha. As is always the case, this is good for in or out of package displays, so yeah, Miroku. Alright, that wraps it up for Miroku, so until next time, goodbye! Hello, you've just watched one of my videos. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed my videos. If you didn't, run away and never return. Also, feel free to check out my other channels, Venom Raptor for all my variety gaming content, and VR Reviews for reviews of various action figures and collectibles. Thank you, and goodbye.